Our children. They're the most precious thing in the world to us. We'd give everything we have to see the best for them. What if you couldn't? What if you couldn't give them enough to eat, or clean water to drink, or a nice warm house to stay in, or send them to school? What if you couldn't protect them from an unsafe world? What if you couldn't even be there to watch over them? Like Suleiman. He's 8 years old. You can't tell, but he was born HIV positive. His mother loved him dearly. She passed away when he was 4 years old. His father abandoned him. When the Islamic Relief Orphan Team first found him, he was bedridden, extremely weak and sick, living with his grandmother in a very poor neighborhood in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. His elderly grandmother couldn't possibly afford the medicine and medical care that Suleiman needed. Hamidou is from Syria. He'd taken so many long journeys in such a short time. First to Turkey, to try to escape the violence in Syria, then back to Syria, when they couldn't make it to a better life in Turkey after just a few days. When he came back to Syria with his grandfather, everything was burned and destroyed. He wishes that he could go back to where they were, to go to school with his friends, and to have electricity, water, and everything to live. Many refugees are headed for Europe in search of safety and a better life like Hamidou, and they're still traveling. Like Sheza. As a toddler, she has taken the most dangerous journey she may ever take. With her father and mother, they took a flimsy boat to sea because although their lives could be at risk, what they left behind in Syria was far worse. Sheza's father just wants to find a safe place for his family to start over again. A place where little Sheza can play and grow in peace. A little further away in Pakistan, Shahzab is only 6 years old and struggling to survive in the slums of Rawalpindi. They have no running water and no heat. He's an orphan. His mother is disabled. He often goes to sleep hungry. Just across the way, children in Afghanistan remote areas dream of an education. But education is expensive, and access to proper facilities and materials is hard to find when you don't have the resources. Even in the United States, children are fighting for their lives. Brandy is just 23, with 2 children to care for. Her little son, Azam, was born with his intestines outside of his little body. We know how expensive living and medical care can be in America. Without help, how could Brandy afford to keep such a small baby in his condition alive? Even though the world seems so cruel to these children, at least their mothers can be there to try to help them. When some children get hurt, there's no one there to kiss it to make it better. There are children in the world trekking a road too long and hard for their little bodies to stand. Islamic Relief donors are helping these children and their families to fight for their lives. When an orphan sponsor started supporting Suleiman, his health drastically improved. He gets the medicine he needs and food to keep him as strong as possible. He's even back in school. Thanks to donors, orphans like Shahzab are living again, not just surviving. They've got a better chance because their basic needs are being met. And in Afghanistan, you're building schools and providing educational resources so that children can have a full and proper education. Little ones on a journey, to find a safe place like Sheza can have food, warm clothes, and even shelter. And here in the United States, you can make sure none of your neighbors are hurting, like Brandy's young children, and her young son will get the medical care he needs to survive. There are many more children waiting for a helping hand. In Palestine, many children are still facing the after effects of war. Many children around the world are dealing with issues that we would never dream of. These children are relying on us for a chance for a better future. You can give a child enough food to eat. You can give him or her clean water to drink. You can give them a safe place to stay. You can help equip and build a school. You can protect him or her from the worst realities of a difficult world. Most importantly, you can give them the chance to be who they should be at this precious time in their lives. Children. Please don't ignore them. Donate today. Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world.